Hi everybody, my name is Brittany of Britzy Thrift. I'm a reseller on Poshmark, and today I have a February what sold video for you. So we're going to go over what sold for me in my Poshmark closet in February, and I do have one eBay sale that I'm going to talk about. So let's get into it. On the first, I sold this Rock and Republic size 12 new tag green tie-dye jeans. They sold for $30 and I got a payout of $24. So I just really like the style of these. I thought they were kind of funky and kind of cool. I know some people don't like to sell denim with color, but these were just so cool and they were new with tags. And they were a larger size. So I'm glad I picked them up and I'm happy with the sale. Then on the second, this is a really cool belt. I wanted to get more into selling belts, but it's just got to be something that like I study a little bit more. This I picked up because I liked the style of it. So this is by Amy Lynn. It's a size large and it is a purple, sort of a beautiful plum purple floral. I think it was embroidered and it also had studs around the outside of it. Belt. So this sold for $15 and I got a payout of $12, which is not bad, but I did have to sit on it for a little while. And the person did give me a 5-star rating and she sent me a love note, says she loves it. So I'm glad because I loved it too. Also on the second, I sold Spanx. So I sold a pair of Spanx. This was a size large and I feel like I have a lot of large Spanx that just needed to move that I've been holding on to for so long. So I got a $15 offer and I got a payout of $12, which is fine. I am perfectly happy because again, I have a lot of them and I'm happy to see them move. Then on the third, I sold a sweater that I had for a while. I thought that it would move faster, but it didn't. But that's okay. I've seen this brand since, but I've left it behind because I knew that I still had this one in my closet. So now that it's actually sold, I don't think I'll be picking it up again. But this is a brand called Mercy and Co. This is a one size fits most. It sold for $25 and I got a payout of $20. So I think this had a good makeup. Maybe that's why I picked it up. No, I think I just thought it was interesting because it was a turtleneck and it's kind of a poncho. And I just thought that it was a really pretty teal color, but I sat on it for a while, so oh well. This one's kind of cool, not because it sold for a lot. Usually I can sell Old Navy dresses plus size new tag for about $15 to $25. The jeans, I don't know why, but I struggle so hard to sell them. So on the third, I sold this pair of new tag Old Navy size 10. This was called the Flare Extra High Rise jean, and it looked like it had some bleach splatter spots on it, and I could tell it was factory. It wasn't like a defect or anything. But they sold $15 and I got a payout of $12. So that's a win for me. I actually sold a pair of Old Navy jeans for once. On the fourth, I sold an extra large Jams World. This print was called the Rosebud print and it was a square neck yellow and blue dress. I thought this was really pretty, nice size, and I'd heard that Jams World actually does pretty well, but honestly it does move pretty slowly. I don't know, I get excited when I find it for some reason. So finally moved for $25 and I got a payout of $20. You're gonna hear that a lot in this video. I feel like I've been selling like a lot of things for like $20, $25. And I mean, that's fine. That's just the way it goes. A sale is a sale and I'm happy for it because at least I'm getting some kind of a sale. But definitely some months it's like I can sell something for like $300 or $140 and then the next month it'll be 20, 15, blah, 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 you know, whatever. And I'm fine with it. But this was definitely like a $20 month, but it's okay. On the 5th, I sold this pair of Diesel jeans. These were a pair of men's jeans that were 33 by 32. They were distressed, and the style name was Safato, which I noticed that when I looked it up, I found 2 pair this day. I remember that. I still have the other pair. They were a different style, but the Safato seemed like it was selling pretty well. So, and I didn't have to sit on these for long. They sold for $40. That was the offer. I got a payout of $32 and I got a 5-star rating. And the person said, "Thank you so much for the perfect transaction in every single way. A+ seller, 5 stars." So thank you so much for that. I appreciate the purchase and I hope that he's enjoying his jeans. On the 5th also, I sold this Patagonia size small, chunky, open front knit sweater. It did have some peely all over it, but I disclosed that. It sold for $22 and I got a payout of $17.60 and it received a 5-star rating, which is great. I kept getting a lot of attention on this. I picked it up because I thought it was kind of different. Usually when I see Patagonia, it's like the better sweater chinchilla. I've never seen like an actual sweater, and this was like a cardigan. So that seemed interesting to me. I think I sat on it for a little bit longer than I expected, but it's still not as bad as some other things. So I'm happy with this. On the 9th, I sold this Coogee men's 2XL spell out short sleeve polo shirt. I had to look at this for a little bit because it kind of looked like it could possibly be a dress. It seemed more like it was longer than like wider. So in the end, I decided that it was a men's polo shirt, and for whatever reason, it was just longer. But anyway, he gave me a $50 offer, which I accepted, and my earnings were $40, and it received a 5-star rating. So he's happy with it. I thought it was pretty cool because it had like the little Coogee brand spell out in between, like it's like a Cosby sweater where it's got like the squiggly like swerves on it, and in between it had like Coogee spell out on it. So I thought that was really cool. I didn't know how much I was going to get for it, but $50 is a good flip considering that I paid what, $4 and some change for it. Everything that I buy is usually between $2 and $5, so you can kind of figure what my profit is. On the 9th, I sold this Monroe. This was a size small, new with tag. It was this beautiful kind of purple plum wine color, and it had cutout in the back. So I said open back. That might not have been correct, but it was a cutout, like a triangle was cut out of the back, like by the factory, not like somebody did it themselves. But it sold for $30. I got a payout of $24, and it received a 5-star rating. So I've been hearing that Monroe is a good brand. It looked like a good brand to resell when I looked it up in the store. I thought that I think some pieces you can get a little bit more for, but $30 is good for this. Okay, so I had this forever and a day. This is a Torrid size 4X tie-dye sleep long sleeve top. I have a thing for Torrid. I don't know why. It's like they make really cute pieces. I like selling plus size. I just tend to gravitate towards it. I think I got this out of like the $2 bin, so it seemed like a good deal at the time, but I did have it for like quite a while. So, I mean, it got a 5-star rating. It sold for $15, and I got a payout of $12, so I'm happy to see it go. I did think it was a cute top, but Torrid just kind of sits for a while, and yet I can't stop myself from picking it up. I sold this men's pair of Lululemon size 31 ABC pant slim. It sold for $35. I got a payout of $28. And I have sold Lululemon ABC pants for a little bit higher up, like $40 or $45, but I've just been kind of trying to move some of my inventory. So if I don't think that it's something super rare, I don't really I have not been counter offering that much in the month of February. I kind of just take it and go. Like if it's something that I feel like I could possibly find it again in the future, I found it before, then I've kind of just been letting things go. But like if it's something that's very rare, especially if it's like new with tags or something, then I've been holding on to it and trying to counter it out. But other than that, I'm like, just go. On the 10th, I sold this new with tag layer 8 size medium pink Owick dry. I don't know if that's, maybe I misspelled it or something, but it says Owick dry hooded, just an active workout top that I pulled out of the $2 bin. It sold for $22, and I got a payout of $17.60, and it received a 5-star rating. I'm kind of surprised that this sold. I think I was just kind of like having a lot of fun that day at the thrift store, and I saw something new with tags, and I threw it in my basket. Layer 8 is not like a bolo or anything. I think it's very affordable. I can't remember where it's sold, but I mean, this is actually a really good sale, like, because I didn't expect to get that much for this, but that's cool. Oh, yeah, okay, so here's another pair of Old Navy jeans that sold. They are the mid-rise kicker boot cut, and they were size 16 tall, so that's really good when it's tall. Sold for $20. I got a payout of $16. Another pair of Old Navy jeans out the door. That's good. On the 11th, I sold the Peruvian Connection size large green vest. Sold for $40. I got a payout of $32, and I believe this was made out of silk and goat suede. But it did need a dry clean. I disclosed that. It just seemed like it needed a dry clean, and yeah. I don't take things to the dry cleaner. Like if I can work on something at home, then I will. But if it's something that's got like a special material that needs extra special care, if the brand is strong enough, which Peruvian Connection I think it is, I still wanted to get it, but I just want to let the buyer know that, like, what's up. I had this next sale cross-posted between Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, and Depop. I expected it to sell for Easter, so I'm glad that it went, but it did not go on any of those other platforms. It went on Poshmark. So I'm getting pretty disappointed with other platforms. I don't know why they're so dead to me. Like, I can't seem to get any action. I might get one sale on eBay, but other than that, no sales on Mercari, no sales on Depop. It just seems like a waste of time to cross list over to those things. I might keep trying, but ultimately things just seem to sell so much better on Poshmark. It's like Poshmark is just running circles around other platforms for me. And I just end up like delisting it from the other platforms because if it sells on Poshmark. So it's almost like, what's the point? Anyway, this sold on the 12th. This is a size 10 Banana Republic new with tag mid-rise Logan fit pant in this beautiful purple, light purple. I don't know if it was lilac or lavender. I saw other pairs that were listed, and some said lilac and some said lavender, so I think I put both in this listing. But they sold for $45 and I got a payout of $36. So I think these are beautiful for spring. The color is perfect, like this beautiful pastel color. So I'm really glad that they moved. On the 13th, I sold this Intimately Free People size large around, sorry, let me look at the title. It's called the Intimately Free People Large Around the Clock Sweater. So I heard that the thermals and things for Free People can do well. Honestly, I have a hard time moving Free People, but I just really like the color because my favorite color is purple. I like the little wooden button detail on it. Sold for $18 and I got a payout of $14.40. On the 13th, I sold this Veronica Beard size 25/0 Giselle Flare extra high-rise jean. They sold for $90 and I got a payout of $72 and I got a 5-star rating. So love Veronica Beard so much. I do not find it that often, but if I find it in the future, I'm going to keep picking it up because the other pair I had sold for $140. These, I believe, were actually missing their belt. Like they had a belt for the waist, but they were still really cute without it. So I think that's why they still sold. So yes, 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 yes. If you find Veronica Beard, I would pick it up. On the 14th, I sold this Taylor Stitch size 30 men's hemp organic cotton blend button fly gray camp pant. These sold for $60, which is great. And I got a payout of $48, so that's good. I think I have one more pair of Taylor Stitch because I found somebody's whole donated collection where I was finding them like all at once. Taylor Stitch is a good bolo. On the 14th, I sold this pair of AYR waist 28, length 30 gray skinny jeans. So AYR is a really good brand. It's resold for me very well. These sold for $25, but I will tell you why. I got a payout of $20 and it received a 5-star rating. So these had some stains on the knee, I believe, and also they're a skinny pair of jeans. So people aren't really looking for skinny jeans. So to get $25 for these is actually still really good. Also on the 14th, I sold this pair of Jack Rogers size 9 cork wedge espadrille sandals. They were like platform, kind of elevated. They sold for $34. I got a payout of $27.20. On the 15th, I sold this pair of Western boots. They were a size 42, which I estimated to be a 10.5. They had leaf embroidery on them. They did not have a brand. When I checked Google Lens, different boots were coming up. Some were coming up under Shein, and then some were coming up under a different brand, but they all had like the exact same picture. So I was like, is it Shein or is it whatever this other brand is? I didn't know. So I just said it was unbranded. They sold for $24. I got a payout of $19.20. They were in like new condition. So yeah, I just thought they were a cute pair of Western boots, and they were not even leather. They were faux leather. So I'm pretty happy with that sale. On the 15th, I sold this Abby Dawn by Avril Lavigne, size large, full zip, leopard, cheetah print, rainbow, multicolor jacket. This sold for $40 and I got a payout of $32 and it received a 5-star rating. So I did not know anything about this brand until I saw it in the thrift store, and it just caught my attention because it was so colorful and interesting. Also on the 15th, I sold this Jabu Sport size 9M Meadow Tan Mary Jane shoes. These were in really nice condition. I don't think the person wore them like that. They sold for $25 and I got a payout of $20. So I just kind of thought that because they were Mary Jane and they were kind of cute. Like, I don't know. I think, personally, I think the Mary Jane style is actually really cute in shoes. And I'm sure other people agree. So I kind of just, I was like, well, they're in such good condition. And Jabu is like a comfort wear, you know, kind of footwear brand. So cute style, nice size. I'm happy with $25 and I hope she's happy with her shoes. Well, I guess she is because she 5-star rated it, so. On the 16th, I sold this Icelandic design, size extra large, lamb's wool Angora green, what do you call it? Fair Isle, Argyle, uh, Fair Isle, I think it is, sweater. It sold for $50 and I got a payout of $40. So I remember when I picked this up, or when I first saw this in the thrift store, I kept trying to remember Icelandic design, for whatever reason, was saved in my mental Rolodex as a Bolo brand. I don't know where I heard it or where I read it, but I just knew that I needed to pick it up. Then on top of that, it's a size extra large and it has lamb's wool in it. And it was just a pretty design. So I would continue to pick this up if I find another one. Right now, people are clearing out their closets, like, you know, spring cleaning. So I'm finding like a lot of little, you know, the things, the sweaters and things that they did not wear for this season. And they're kind of like rotating out their closets. So now is a good time for me to go and try to find some of those. Like, I look through the coat section, I look through the sweaters, and I'm finding some pretty good stuff. On the 16th, also, I sold this Oh My Gauze extra large blue shark bite cotton gauzy sleeveless top, tunic top. It was kind of interesting. It sort of looked very Lagan look-esque. Like, it was sort of like, you know, very relaxed. Like, the pockets on it was very, almost like flax. If you see like the big round pockets on like Lagan look things like flax, that's what this looked like. I thought that the hem was interesting because it was just like a shark bite, you know. So it sold for $25. I got a payout of $20 and I got a 5-star rating. So thank you so much for that. I have seen, I remember I sold Oh My Gosh one time before and it sold like this pretty well for like $25. And I said, if I see it again, I'll pick it up. I saw it again, but it was really stained up and I was like, okay, I don't think that's going to be worth it. So when I saw this one, I was like, okay, this is the one. And so it performed well again. So if I see Oh My Gosh again in good condition, I'm going to get it. This next sale was actually kind of surprising because once upon a time I heard that Onzi was a bolo. I started picking it up and it just didn't really perform well for me. So out of the blue, on the 17th, I sold this Onzi size medium / large abstract print ombre legging for $34 for a pair of leggings. So that's pretty cool. And I got a payout of $27.20. So maybe I just got lucky on these. I thought they were cute, but you know, apparently somebody else did too. But that was a really good sale for a pair of leggings. On the 17th, also, I sold this new Attack Princess Polly size 2 black faux leather pants. They were flare and they kind of reminded me of chaps a little bit. They had like a nice little lace-up detail on the waist. Sold for $20 and I got a payout of $16. Princess Polly, I started picking it up because I thought I heard somebody say one time that it has a following, but I think I have 2 other pieces that have not moved. I think these only moved because the style was just so cool, but I'm not picking up Princess Polly anymore because it doesn't move. I'm glad these moved, but I mean, no more in the future. This next sale, I thought it was such a beautiful dress and that's why I picked it up. It sold on the 18th. It's a new Tag Banana Republic size 10 olive green faux suede, I think it's a faux wrap dress. But I just thought it was so pretty because it's a maxi dress and it sold for $50. And I got a payout of $40. So I hope they're enjoying this dress. It was so pretty and it did get quite a bit of attention. So it finally found its new home. This is something that I've had for quite a while. This sold on the 18th. It is a fossil purple pebble leather shoulder bag. Sold for $18. I got a payout of $14.40. I picked this up a long time ago because I was convinced that Fossil was an amazing brand to pick up. I was like, maybe I personally liked the way that it looked more than what it actually sells for. So I was picking up like wallets and handbags and things. And they've slowly sold, but I'm not picking up Fossil anymore. I'm glad this one sold. I love the purple, maybe because spring, you know, maybe that's why it sold, but I don't know. Fossil just real leather, cute styles. I don't know, it just doesn't move. This was a 555 sole utility jacket. I sat on this for longer than I expected, and it finally sold for $20. I got a payout of $16. She did 5-star rate it, but I definitely expected more for it. But I remember thinking yes when it sold, because I was like, I think that might have been a mistake. I know the comps look good, but like clearly it's not moving for me. So when I got this offer, I was like, yes, take it and thank you. On the 19th, I sold this Patagonia Cinchilla size large full zip jacket. Sold for $25, and I got a payout of $20. This sale on the 20th was actually a really good sale. So this was an instinct buy. Normally I do not pick up Anne Klein, but I remember that day I was looking at this dress and I was like, I just love it. I love the dress. It was new with tags. It's a size 3X. It is this beautiful blue gingham plaid sleeveless dress, and somebody sent me an offer of $38, and I got a payout of $30.40. Just off of instinct, I got $30.40, in my balance for Anne Klein, something that I never pick up. But that just goes back to when you're out, if you see something that catches your attention, give it a chance, because, even though you might not normally pick up a certain brand, if it's catching your attention, it'll probably catch somebody else's attention. On the 21st, I sold this pair of Clark's Artisan Patent Leather size 11 flat ballet flat shoes. They sold for $15, and I got a payout of $12. I couldn't resist. I don't think I like to sell Clark's very much because it just doesn't do well, but sometimes when you see it like in a bigger size, like these were a size 11, they were in really good condition. I thought that the patent leather was really pretty. On the 21st also, I sold this new tag Old Navy size extra large cami floral spaghetti strap dress. This sold for $18, and I got a payout of $14.40. So this is right in line with what I usually experience, or in the past what I've experienced is when the weather starts to warm up. If you have like larger size, well, for me, if I have larger size Old Navy new tags, it usually sells anywhere between $15 to $25. So that's why I continue to pick it up, because it's not a lot of money, but it does add up. Another item that I picked up simply because I thought it looked really cool. This is a Habitat clothing to live in is the name. I guess it's just Habitat, but like it had some extra writing on the tag. Anyway, it's a size large, and it is a vest or sleeveless top, but it was this beautiful red, and it had like some, what do you call it, tapestry trim where it looked like a carpet around the neckline. And it was actually really pretty. I love the color and I love the print and everything. It sold for $15. I got a payout of $12. On the 21st, I sold this American Eagle size 14 regular high-rise artist blue jeans. Yeah, this one did sting a little bit because I definitely expected more. I have sold these jeans before for more money, but again, I was just like trying to move the sales, trying to move that inventory. So I sold them for $20, and I got a payout of $16. I do thank her for her purchase. It's just that I just expected more, which has nothing to do with her. I hope she loves the jeans, but I am kind of surprised about that one. On the 22nd, I sold this One Day Away size 34 hybrid stretch shorts for men. This sold for $18, and I got a payout of $14.40. So starting to see those warmer weather items selling. Normally I can't do too well with shorts. Like I try to limit the shorts that I'm picking up, even though they are like only $2 at my thrift store. They just don't move that well. I can sell men's, and certain ones, if they're a certain, like if it was Judy Blue or something like that, those I would pick up because I know I'm gonna sell them. But like there's some other ones where it's like, I don't know why they haven't sold. They're cute, they will be a good size. Sometimes they're new with tags and they just don't move. So my idea was maybe I should try like just grabbing all my shorts out of my closet, taking them to Plato's Closet, and see what they'll give me for them, just to kind of try to downsize and get my shorts out. It's an idea. I should really try to do that, but at least this is one less that I have to, see. On the 23rd, I sold this pair of Athleta size medium Ultimate Stash 278 ankle legging, I think. So for $25, I got a payout of $20. So the next item that sold, I don't know why it took me so long to get these listed. It's a pair of bogs. They're called Bogs Bloom. And they're girls, size 13. They were called the K Grasp Kitty boot. They're just a pair of rain boots, really cute with a cat print on them. They're gray and pink. They sold for $30 and I got a payout of $24, and she 5-star rated it. I said I was going to like wipe them down because they had like some dirt on the bottoms, and then after I wiped them down, the dirt didn't really come off, so it felt like a waste of time to even bother wiping them down. And then finally I grabbed them again and I was like, you know what, you're going to have to list them at some point. I love selling bogs, but like I think it was just bothering me that I couldn't get the dirt off the bottoms. As long as it took me to finally get them listed, it took them like 3 days or so, I believe, to like actually sell. And she sent me that $30 offer, and I'm like, so I did all that worrying about like the dirt on the bottoms, and in the end it didn't matter anyway. So, you know, Bogs is just a really good brand to sell like that. Next time I will get them listed faster and not worry so much about, you know, I think I was just overthinking the dirt on the bottoms of these. This next one blew my mind because, as you know, if you're used to watching my videos, I can't really sell Spanx like that, yet I keep picking them up anyway. It's just a thing in my brain where I tend to pick them up. But anyway, this pair, I was like, you can't get any better than this unless it's new with tags. This was a pair of Spanx size 2X. It was called the Perfect Pant black pull-on jogger pants. I think they might have been ribbed, I'm not sure, but they sold for $80 for this one pair, and I got a payout of $64, and they got 5-star rated. So I remember that day, I was staring at them when I was like, because at the end I fill up my cart or my basket, and then I go somewhere to a quiet corner, and then I look over everything to see if there's any stains, rips, holes, or anything like that. And I kept staring at them, and I was just like, I can't sell Spanx. Put them back. And then something in my brain was like, yeah, but they got so many good factors. They're black, they're joggers, they're 2X. I've looked them over like 3 times, and there's no flaws in them. Like, get them. And then I was like, nope, nope, nope. Put them back. You can't sell Spanx. And then I went against the put them back, and I went on and got them anyway. And I'm glad that I did, because $80 is great. On the 24th, I sold the Essential Flare by Anthropologie. These were a plaid pair of, just a plaid pair of like office pants. They sold for $15, and I got a payout of $12. On the 24th, I sold another pair of Taylor Stitch. This is a size 30. They're men's jeans. These were the Slim 100% organic jean. That's so nice. He gave me a love note. 5-star rated it and said, love the jeans. Thank you. So thank you so much for your purchase. These sold for $45, and I got a payout of $36. They had like a little bit of detailing on the fly, like on the crotch area. I remember that I couldn't tell if it was like something that somebody did or if they came that way, but either way they sold. On the 24th, I sold this pair of Express. Kind of had a weird size to it, which I didn't understand. The size was 00S, and the style was a wide leg super high rise pair of flare jeans. So they sold for $19. I got a payout of $15.20. I think the person initially sent me an offer of 10, I think it was, and I was like, it's got to come up a little bit higher than that. So then she came up to 19. Then I sold this pair of G-Star Raw. This was a pair of men's jeans that were a size 34 by 32. Button fly, deconstructed 3D, low tapered knee patch blue jeans. Sold for $25, and I got a payout of $20. On the 25th, I sold this Widow, was the brand name, and I believe it's sold at Dolls Kill. This is a size large. The official title in my Poshmark closet was Widow Dolls Kill Size Large Charm School Dropout Plaid Lace-Up Dress. So very, very punk, goth, very cool. I just really liked it. So it sold for $36, and I got a payout of $28.80. Also on the 25th, I sold this Vivian of Holloway, made in London, UK size 24 Hawaiian print shirt. It looked like it had stamps all over it, but when you look closer, it was like images of like Hawaii and just really pretty tropical beaches and things. Sold for $51, and I got a payout of $40.80. These shoes are so adorable. On the 26th, I sold this pair of Aerosoles Aware, and they were a smaller size. They were size 5.5. These were called the Dave Strappy Sandals, so they were like a platform espadrille sole, and just really cute. I think they were faux leather. I'm not totally sure, but they sold for $20. I got a payout of $16, and they 5-star rated it. Left a really sweet love note, so thank you so much. They said, these shoes arrived today and I couldn't be more pleased. The seller is definitely conscientious. Her packaging told me that. Well done. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I love aerosols. I've picked up quite a few pair. They don't sell that much, but I just love the style of them and they feel like a really good quality shoe. On the 27th, I sold this Current Elliott size 32, the crop straight jean. They had like little, well, it was like a charcoal gray, and they had these little pom-poms that were sewn on the hem of the jean. Like, I think it came that way. I don't think anybody did it, but sold for $20, and I got a payout of $16. So I like that it was a larger size. I don't always pick up Current Elliott, but it was a larger size, and I thought the little pom-poms made it stand out. On the 27th, I sold this new tag, All in Motion, which I misspelled the title. Like, you know how when your phone does the autocorrect, it says All I'm Motion, but oops, whatever. So it's All in Motion, size 38 double D or 2XL high support, black gray front zip camo sports bra. I love the front zips. They're so comfortable and convenient. Sold for $20, and I got a payout of $16. On the 28th, I sold this packed size large wine purple organic cotton dress. It's like a midi dress, and I believe it had quarter sleeves. This is actually still in transit, so taking a little bit longer to get there. I did get the notification that it was taking a little longer to get there, but that's okay. It sold for $20, and I got a payout of, or I will get a payout of $16. And this dress got like a lot of attention. It seems like that brand Packed gets a lot of attention, but I'm guessing it probably sells like this, like $20 to $25. I thought it was going to be more in like the $40 range, but I'm learning this brand. On the 28th, I sold this black milk. So I remember when I picked this up, I was so happy because I felt redeemed. It was in the very early stages when I found a black milk dress, and at the time I was spending like 3 hours in the thrift store looking up every single piece because I didn't know anything about brands or anything. Like, I was fresh. I didn't know. And I got to the end of my trip and I saw a black milk dress, and I thought it looked very interesting. So again, my instincts were trying to tell me, hey, this is something. But because I was so tired from 3 hours of looking up stuff, I didn't bother to look it up. I was just like, oh, it's probably nothing. It's probably just like something from Forever 21. So I left it. Then I got home, realized that I should have grabbed it because Black Milk is a good brand. Finally, like what, 2-3 years later, I found another one. They were this pair of Galaxy short alls. Really cute. I found them in the kids section. They thought that they were kids, so they were kind of hidden for me. This was a size medium, and they had like a little bit of like peeling, I think, in the seat, which I disclosed, but still, they sold for $60, and I got a payout of $48. So that's really awesome. I think I paid, what, probably $5 for these, but that's great. On the 29th, I sold this pair of BDG size 24 high-rise extreme baggy jeans. These sold for $65, and I will, because it's not there yet, but I will get a payout of $52. Usually I don't pick up BDG, and the size definitely did not help because 24 is a smaller size. But what really grabbed my attention about these is that they have this really interesting swirly print on it. They're brown. It's a pair of brown jeans, but they've got like, I don't know, almost like zebra or tiger. It's not an animal print, but it's like sort of like a very psychedelic swirly print in there. And when I looked it up, those jeans can go for like $65, $55. So that's why I priced it at $65, and the person paid full price for them. So that's pretty amazing for a pair of BDG jeans. On the 29th, I sold this Garnet Hill size small 100% linen blue long tunic. I think it's a button down top. This is also still in transit, sold for $18, and I will get a payout of $14.40. And I almost forgot my one little eBay sale. So this sold on the 22nd. This is a new tag Vince size medium brown long sleeve 100% cotton top. It sold for $29, and they paid $5.70 for shipping, and my earnings are $24.77. I'm getting a couple of nice sales, but for the most part, as I'm sure you could just see, that like a lot of things are $25, $20, which is fine. But it does seem like something is slower. I've also noticed that Poshmark, their system seems to be doing something weird. Whenever I try to share to a certain party and I know that I have items that are eligible for that party, whenever I do that, it pops up that I have no listings that are eligible for the party. And I actually manually have to go in and find those items and share them to the party. And then it takes it to the party like, yeah, that's eligible, but it will not do it in bulk the way that it used to. Also, whenever I'm trying to like filter my closet, just simply like if I type in American Eagle, because like let's say it's closet clear out and I'm trying to filter, I just want to see my American Eagle so I can go through and like drop it 10% or whatever. It takes me back to, it resets every time I go into each item. So like I'll go into American Eagle shirt, price drop it. When it goes out, it doesn't just go back to what I had filtered it to, which is all American Eagle. Now it goes back to just my entire closet. And each and every time I have to go back and refilter it. And I've tried uninstalling Poshmark's app and reinstalling it. I've tried updating it and it still does the same thing. Now it's not letting me know when I'm getting sales or whatever. Like a P will pop up on my phone to let me know that there is a notification there, but it used to vibrate and now it doesn't vibrate anymore. And all my other apps are doing just fine, like, you know, texts and everything. Like I get the vibration, but Poshmark is just doing something really weird right now, and I can tell it. So in the month of February, I sold $1,675 on Poshmark. That doesn't include my one eBay sale. And so far, I am staying a little bit above what I did in 2023, which is always the goal. I'm trying to at least stay above that line. So I checked the chart and it looks like in January and February I am staying above the line. It's just a smidge, but I'm still like, you know, I'm making it, but like I can definitely tell that it is a little slower like as far as sales, but I'm just going to keep on trying anyway. So that is it for my what sold video in February. I hope that your sales were better, and then if they're not, then hopefully they will get better. I know it can be a little discouraging when, you know, things slow down, but like, you know, I think it'll pick up. I think it'll pick up. So keep on trying. And thank you so much for watching my video. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.